problems at all, and that we should take care of that. It gets your hands full of dust, but that's all right. It does the job, and the children will really learn. When I was trained to be a teacher, and many of you also learned to teach writing with balls and sticks, I think it's caused a lot of the dyslexia. I think it's caused a lot of the problems, because what we've done is say that all the letters are going to be formed from round circles or straight lines. And then we say, letter P is made by making a straight line here and a round ball up here. And letter D is made by making a little ball here and a line here. And letter B is made by making a line here and a ball over here. It's been very easy to manipulate, but how is the child to remember which one is which? And is it really fair to cast that burden upon the child and say he has perceptual difficulties? I think not. I think there are things that we can say that guide the way. I'm going to lead us through the alphabet now and make some of the points that I think would be helpful for your classes too. Big letter A, I tell the children we start up at the ceiling, we go down the sliding board to the sidewalk. Go down the sliding board in the other direction and cross it in the center. Now, we're going to make little letter A. Watch very carefully. We do not start on the line. A lot of teachers were taught, start on the line, end on the line. Don't do it. I'll show you why. We're going to get under the line. Make a dot, under the line. Go up to touch that center line, down to the sidewalk, close it up, and straight down. Have the children practice that in the air. Get under the line first. Up, around, touch the sidewalk, and down. Why do we do that? Because if they start on the line, look what happens. They start up here, they go around, form their circle. Now they can't come straight back down. They have to move around to the side to come down, and you get letters that look this way, or you get letters that look like this. I know you've seen those. What we want is the kind of writing that will lead directly to cursive writing. If you form the letters this way, your children can move into cursive writing without a problem. Remember, the first movement is up, around, and straight down. Letter B, big letter B, down to the sidewalk, around for his big tummy, and a big chest, and around for his big tummy. Little letter B, down straight, bounce up in the air, and around. Looks just like his daddy, but he doesn't have the big chest. Big letter C, up, always start in an up direction. Up to touch, down and up. Little letter C, the way we first started our little letter A, the up movement first. That is so important. Letter D, down and around. Now, when we make little letter D, we can say, what was it we learned yesterday? Little letter C. Well, that's going to help us because first little C, then little d. Every time your children form that, have them say it. First little C, then little d. You'll notice that it feels completely different from this letter, little letter B, which was down, up, and around, all in one piece. Letter E, down for a strong backbone, over for his hat, over for his belt, and over for his shoes. Little letter E, get right in the center of the space. Now they have to find that, right? Find the sidewalk, get up halfway in the middle of the space, go toward the door of your room. Get to your door or your windows, whatever it is. Go toward the door, up to touch the line, around and up. All right, let's come back over for letter F. Down, over, over. His hat and his belt. Little letter F, tell them to start to make a little letter C up in the air. That gets them going in the right direction. Make that little letter C come up and around and then straighten it out, down, and cross straight through. Big letter G, form a big letter C, come up to the line, and give him a tray to hold straight. Little letter G, first you make a little letter A, and G, that's a good idea. There's a basket. Hold it if it falls. Goes down through the sidewalk. That's the first one that you've done that. But every time you form it, say, look at that. Gee, that's a good idea. If the ball falls, it falls into the basket. H, down for a wall, and cross it in the center. Little letter H, down, up, and around. I for Indian, down for his backbone, here for his hat, here for his shoes. Or I guess you could say here for his headdress and his moccasins, huh? Little letter I, down, give him his feather up there. Indian. J, down and turn the same way that you did when you formed the other basket and put his hat on. Little letter J starts in the center. Down through the sidewalk, turn the same way that you did before. Notice we're always going in this direction. K, down straight, come out here, come into the center, and then down to the floor or the sidewalk. Little letter K is just as tall as his daddy. Down, pick up your pencil, come into the center and down. There's another way to form that, and some writing books do. It doesn't make any difference to me. Down, bounce up a little bit, out, and down is the other way. Take your pick. L, down, turn the corner. I didn't get that quite right, did I? Little letter L, just the straight line. M, go down straight, go down the slide, up the slide, and straight down. Little letter M, down, hump around, hump around. N, down straight, down the slide, down straight. Little letter N, down, up, and around. I tell them when they form M that it takes two lips to say M, and make believe those are the two lips. Somebody's on their back, and those are the lips. But N, you don't have your lips together, just one hump. Those are the ones they mix, right? O, always form the C first and close it up. Get them consistent. It's when a child has to stop and think which direction to go in that it slows him down. If they always form their circle starting from the C, they'll get some speed worked up. Little letter O, same way. Big letter P, down and around. Little letter P starts in the center, down into the basement, come up and put his chin on the line. Big letter Q, first you make an O and give the queen her walking stick. Little letter Q, go around like a little letter A, come down, and isn't that queer? If the ball falls, it will not fall into the basket. Queen. Isn't that queer? Does that? You can also say that's her hair that's curled there too. Help them go in the other direction. R, down, around, and down. Little letter R, down, up, and hook over. S, tell them to form a C up in the air. That gets them going in the right direction and back. Have you noticed how many times we're forming it from that C? Little letter S, form a little C up in the air and then swing back. T, down, and cross it right at the top. Little letter T is almost, he's like a teenager. He's not quite as tall as his daddy, but he's not short either. And it crosses on the line. U, down, curve, and up. Little letter U, down, curve, up, and straight down. V, down and up. Little letter V, down, up. W, down, up, down, up. Little letter W, down, up, down, up. X, we go down on a slant, back in the other direction. Little letter X, down and back. Y, we form with a Y up in the air, a V up in the air, and put a stem on it. That's easy for them. Little letter Y, they seem to have trouble with it. Watch it. We go down on a slant, pick up our pencil, come over here, and go straight down, touch it, and into the basement. Little letter Y. And Z, I tell the children, they very often get this one mixed. They don't know which way to go. If they know their numbers and they can write a 7, I tell them, make the 7, and then go back. Same for little Z. What we really want is consistency. Now, we don't teach all of these the first day, do we? We're going to do 2 pages in our workbook, in the Off We Go workbook,